Hello, wonderful person. This is Chris for the Informed Stoner. And it's Friday morning, time for our morning news report. This report is brought to us by ABC News. Biden says he will visit East Palestine at some point after toxic train derailment. I like how they say at some point. It's a nice way to put it. President Joe Biden said Thursday he will visit East Palestine, Ohio at some point. There we are again. Who knows when? I hope he does show up, but we'll see what happens. As the area recovers from the train derailment that released toxic chemicals, Biden was asked about if he had plans to visit as he was exiting a lunch with Senate Democrat flanked by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. I've spoken with every official in Democrat and Republican on a continuing basis, as in Pennsylvania. I told reporters I laid out a little bit in there what I think the answers are, and we will be implementing an awful lot of legislation here. Well, let's hope it's useful legislation that's, going to do something. I will be out there at some point, he said, although he didn't elaborate on when. Of course not. Why would he? I mean, hopefully he'll actually show up, but he could have just been saying it to save face. Who knows? Biden's been under political pressure from both Republicans and some Democrats to visit the site since the Norfolk Southern freight train carrying hazardous material derailed on February 3rd, prompting environmental and health concerns. Officials have said that the air quality in the water system is safe, but residents have said they are still concerned about possible effects on this disaster. Now, see, can't say how true it is or not yet. I'm still looking into it and reading, but I've been hearing stories about the people who are out there cleaning stuff aren't feeling good now, and they're having their own issues. So, I mean, if they were just there long enough to start cleaning stuff, what about the people they told to move back? Let's see. His remark on Thursday was his first indication that he has planned to travel to the city. Asked last Friday if he had any plans to do so, he told reporters, "Not at this time, I'm not." Biden demurred a few hours earlier Friday when pressed by ABC's David Muir on criticism for local officials that hadn't yet visited. Let's put it into perspective. With 2 hours of that derailment, the EPA was in there. Within 2 hours, every major agency in the United States government that had anything to do rail and or cleanup was there and is there. Biden told Muir in an exclusive interview in the White House as he defended the administration's response. The president said that he made it clear if anything officials needed would be provided to them. Last week, Biden ordered door-to-door visits from the federal agencies families affected by the derailment. Environmental Protection Agency Administrator Michael Regan was the first Biden official to visit East Palestine in mid-February. Reagan told GMA3 the day after his visit that the city's air and water was safe. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, apologies, who was under fire for Republicans over the train derailment, visited the site for the first time on February 23rd, 20 days after the crash. Yeah. Buttigieg has warned Norfolk Southern to support East Palestine and said that he expects the industry to work with Congress to make safety and accountability improvements. Okay, that's fair. I mean, I hope it all happens, and I hope that they are held responsible and that they do pay for the damages and help the people for whatever happens. The CEO of Norfolk Southern, Alan Shaw, will testify before a Senate panel next week on the derailment. Well, that's going to be interesting. I'll definitely have to cover that because I want to see what he's going to say to the Senate and what the Senate panel is going to ask him. We'll see. Hopefully they're not too lenient on him. Sounds like he deserves it. Well, his company anyways. I don't know too much about the guy personally. Well, this has been your morning news segment. If you'd be so kind, please hit the like button and subscribe. It would really help me out. Thanks for hanging out and have a wonderful morning.